Stay tuned because Good Sports is coming up next. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine show. Good Sports is presented by Kansas City Chiropractic. Dr. Lynn McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic offer the care that can relieve pain and stress and improve overall health. For an appointment, call them at 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com. And by the Surplus Exchange. Take a tax donation credit plus help KC students when you recycle your electronics and office furniture at the Surplus Exchange. For more information, visit surplusexchange.org or call 816-472-0444. Good Sports was recorded live on Saturday, February 15th. Welcome to Good Sports, the Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show. I am Steve Fish. I'm the publisher of Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center, located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can skate on their outdoor ice pavilion or their indoor rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skating sessions, their leagues, and their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. And come on out to KCIC for Hockey Weekend across America on February 28th through March 2nd. You can call them for more information about Try Hockey for Free program that they have on March 1st. Now, before we get started with the show, I want to tell everyone that our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness is available free at over 700 locations in KC. And with the February issue, I celebrate my 100th issue since taking over ownership of Kansas City Sports. Now, in our current issue of KC Sports, we discuss whether the Royals' rotation is good enough to get them in the playoffs. And in our hockey report presented by the KC Ice Center, we write about how the excitement of the Olympic ice skating and hockey will rub off here at KCIC to create excitement for their Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs here at the Ice Center. And in our college sports report presented by the Surplus Exchange, we start preparing for March Madness with interviews with Wildcats Shane Southwell, Mizzou's Ernest Ross, and KU's Joel Embiid. And in our health and fitness report presented by Cargo Largo, we talk about heart health. And we also talk about how medical professionals are helping our Olympiads compete in Sochi, and they can also help us improve our athletic performance, we weekend warriors. You can visit our website, kcsportspaper.com, for a link to a list of locations where you can find Kansas City Sports and Fitness magazine, and you can actually check out a PDF of the entire issue on our website as well. And now joining us is someone who's been a writer and a columnist for Kansas City Sports and Fitness for, I think, about 4 years. He also owns his own sports stream on the web, and he's part of our Good Sports radio show that's heard Saturdays at 8 a.m. on ESPN 1510. His name is James Peuster. You probably read his stuff in Kansas City Sports and Fitness, and he's also known as JP. Welcome to the show, JP.
Thanks, Steve, for having me back.
Thank you, bet. It's been a good year or so since you were on the show. I think we finally said, boy, I think it's time to get this guy back on here. It's warming up. Baseball season is getting started. I know you love the baseball season. So, but first, let's talk for just a second about the radio thing that we're doing together. We've been doing it for a few months now. We want to let everybody know what's going on. This show will air on Sure West Channel 7, but I also take it and I put it on 1510. But it's a half-hour show. So the other half hour is yours, that you jump in on Good Sports and you talk about all sorts of things. Let people know what kind of things you've covered.
Well, usually I try to take the most topical, show or whatever is going on with the world of sports. Usually it's, of course, Chiefs, and then it was Royals, baseball, sure, Olympics, or whatever. But, the bottom line is, with that half hour, I always say, well, there's a long week ahead. What's coming up or what just happened? But it's a lot of fun doing it with you, Steve, and I appreciate you letting me climb on board with you on 1510.
You bet. And again, you can hear JP's portion of Good Sports on ESPN 1510 starting at around 8:30. My portion of it that we do when we tape our TV show is on at 8. JP's is on at 8:30. Now, you've done play-by-play, you've done sports commentary, you've done interviews on the radio, you've interviewed some big-name people. You just had Pete Rose on the show a couple of weeks ago, I think. Is there a particular thing you say, I love doing this, or is it just kind of an anything and everything type of thing, being in front of the microphone?
Yeah, usually it starts with play-by-play. That's probably the one that I love doing the most. We did high school football for 7 years. We have Rockers now. But the opportunity with my travels, what I do with my business, it's great. So I was able to hook up with Pete Rose for about 10 minutes. I've been able to hook up usually any Royals Roads games. So, I get the press passes. Went to 6 out of the 8 Chiefs games on the road this year. So being able to be in the locker room and being really the only other sports radio guy going to road games with the Chiefs. You see the Kansas City Star people, but you don't see anybody else. So it's a lot of fun hanging out with the guys and just staying on top of it from obviously a locker room perspective. So a lot of fun doing that. And congratulations on your 100th
thanks.
paper. This is actually our 10th year of being on the radio. So
wow.
So we're really excited about that. 40404 was our official launch date.
Oh, neat.
So we kind of
April 4th. Wow, that's terrific. So you've got a couple. You mentioned you have a couple or 3 sports streams that you have going on. Fill us in on what the different streams are about. This show is on one of those at noon every single day, but fill us in on the sports streams.
Yeah, we have really actually 2 sports streams. We have the JPEG show stream that we've had, our Christian radio show, but we also have JPEG Sports, which is really our topical shows. We've got a bowling show. We have a couple of fancy baseball shows. We have an end zone show. We have, of course, the Sports Schmucks, what we call our Coca-Cola Classic of the JPEG Sports. And then we actually have now JPEG Sports Classic, where we play some old tape shows or some old play-by-play, stuff that's maybe not so topical, but again, some things that maybe, where we talk about Hall of Fame or steroids, things that you can listen to anytime. And so we've kind of launched that stream. We switched to a new streaming service you can hear on JPEG 24/7. That's going to be
JPEG247.com.
Yeah,
right?
JPEG247.com, where you can hear on an Android and an Apple device now. So when play-by-play comes around, we'll be able to actually cover 2 high schools, and that's what we're really excited about. We got Rockers for one, and we're looking at something in the Northland for the other.
That's fantastic. Now, we're taping our show on February 15th, and the Royal Spring Training has just started up in Surprise, Arizona. As you had said, you seem to wind up at the places that our teams are going. You're able to coordinate your schedule in such a way. Are you going to wind up in Arizona at any time?
Not this year. Last year I did. I spent about 8-9 days there. This year I've not been able to. I was going to. Actually, one of the things I'm probably going to venture is to Tampa and visit the New York Yankees spring training with Derek Jeter retiring. Derek actually, he and I have always had this funny interaction from the first time I ever had press passes. I didn't know that you couldn't take a camera in the locker room. And so I'm going in there, and I'm like a kid in the candy store, snap, snap, snap. And Jeter, he's like 6'3", and he goes, hey, buddy, you can't do that. And then he made kind of a joke about it. Right. And so every time I'd see him, I'd always talk about thank you, this, and we always tell some funny stories about it. But I had the pleasure a couple years ago, if you know this, I caught a home run that he hit off Bruce Chin at Royal Stadium with my wife. And so I talked to him about signing the ball. You're really not supposed to do that. But he said if you come to spring training, now he announces a retirement. So now I've got like a 3-day window. So if I do go to any spring training, it'll be down at Tampa. But I've already looked at my schedule for the rest of the year. I got Seattle, Houston, Washington, Baltimore. So I'll be able to visit probably a good 24 road games this year as Kansas City plays.
That is awesome. So let's talk about the Royals here for a little bit. There's a lot of changes have been made in the team. It's supposed to improve the team, of course. That's what you're always going for. Our editor, Alan Eskew, covers the Royals for us and many other publications and websites and things like that. And, of course, you can find his stuff online at kcsportspaper.com. In the February issue, he writes about the pitching rotation, which I know you also covered in the second half of our Good Sports show a week or so ago, I think. Now, in the article, Alan points out when the Royals wanted an 85, they had an incredible pitching staff. They had good hitting and good fielding and defense and things like that. But it was Saberhagen and Danny Jackson and Bud Black and Charlie Leibrandt and Mark Gubazah and Quisenberry that were in place. Do the Royals have arms like that this year in 2014 with the acquisitions that they've made and the people that they've continued to, keep on track with the rotation?
You would like to say they do. We've got the excellent youth coming up with Ventura and Zimmer, which kind of reminds me what the Royals did in the 80s to get to that World Championship level. Of course, with Shields, he's an ace on most pitchers, but he's getting up there. He's throwing a lot of innings. Bruce Chin, they re-signed him. I liked what he did last year. Question mark, can he do it again this year? Vargas replacing Santana. everybody's kind of talking about Santana's always that contract year pitcher. So, if we'd sign him for 4 years, he would have a terrible years till his contract year. Vargas is a steady Eddie guy. You know what you're going to get, 4 ERA. He's going to get you a lot of innings, but he's up there in age as well. So comparative, no, I don't think we do. I mean, when you look at it like against Detroit staff, no, not so much. So I think with the offensive moves, again, we've improved on offense. We were 5th from the bottom in runs scored last year. So no matter what pitching staff you have, you're not going to score a lot of runs. You're not going to win a lot of games, although we got 86 wins last year. So I think they did kind of a mixed minus. I think the offense will turn around, but the pitching staff, it's good, but it's kind of ranked in the bottom 10, in most when you compare it to other pitching staffs across the league.
I like Chen. I've always liked him. He looks like he's just working his butt off out there.
Yeah.
Vargas, the signing of Vargas, the statistically, it just I kind of went, that much money for that guy? I mean, what was he making? $32 million, and he's basically not even a 500 pitcher in his career, and a 4 ERA. He can put the innings in, and I guess that's a part of it. But I just kind of went, and apparently he's not a hard thrower either. So it's not like he's got incredible zip on the ball. He's just got to be really good at what he does. But I just kind of went, if he has a great year, that's fine. But we're stuck with him for 4 more years after that. That just kind of threw me when I saw that one.
Yeah, we pitched pretty well in Seattle when he was there. And so Seattle was a big ballpark with some spacious defense. So he's capable of dipping below that 4 with the right ballpark. Kansas City's kind of similar to Seattle's ballpark, so I think with our outfield, the fact that he does throw a lot of fly balls, he does keep the ball down once in a while, but when he's starting losing some velocity in his curve, the balls tend to fly out of the park. So I think, again, he's not probably as good as what Santana did last year.
Right.
But I think at least from a number 3, number 4 guy, it's a lot better than what we've had in years past. So I think, again, if we could make one more move, I listened to Dayton Moore just the other day, and he was talking about, we could have went after 2 veterans, and we did. We went after Vargas and Chen. Well, no, we want Vargas and another guy that can go out there and be a number 2, number 3 guy. So I still think we're just missing that one guy that if Shields goes down and Guthrie is average, we've got, we know we got some protection. But our youth coming up with Ventura and Simmer, I'm very excited about these 2 guys, and I hope they get an opportunity at least maybe this year, if not next year, to show their stuff.
Well, Shields becomes a free agent, and he's a stud.
Right.
He becomes a free agent after this year. So this is the year, and we gave up the AL Rookie of the Year for Shields. So this is the year that it has to happen. I mean, it has to happen. Otherwise, he's gone, and we've got to replace him with somebody else. But, so that's a lot that's just a lot to count on with these other guys in place. Otherwise, we lose this guy.
Sure.
He's going to move on, and we're back where we were a couple of years ago. Is this Dayton Moore's final song here if things don't come together? I mean, Alan referred to that in his article. What's your thought about that?
Well, every year Dayton Moore says his goal is to improve from the previous year. Well, when you get 86 wins, now you've got to get to the 88 to 90 mark.
Right.
And I don't know. That's something we were just discussing in our team meeting with JPEG Sports. We were like, when we talk about Dayton Moore, is this his swan song, or is this going to be kind of a break even, or what happens if we fall back to 80 wins or below 500? Obviously we hope that doesn't happen. I think Dayton Moore's doing a pretty good job with what he's got to work with. He comes from that Kansas City mentality. I just think I think they've got to give him until next year to let this youth come up, because I think that's kind of what they're counting on is Zimmer and Ventura to maybe replace Shields. Maybe they make another move and get another rent-a player for a couple of years. Trading Will Myers, again, I think we're all still questioning. I think we still got another year or 2 to really say, was that a good move or not? Right now, it's kind of on the fence. Yeah.
And Alan, in his article, he ends his story. He says, no more time left on Moore's timetable if the Royals fail this year, which, I kind of interpreted it as it's time, to start, looking for another solution. But, the points you make are certainly valid. The other thing that I saw is, and we've only got about a minute here, the Royals have spent a whole lot more money this year. Fans have been screaming about that, for years and years and years. If they don't pull it together, are the Royals fans going to be up in arms, or are they going to say, okay, well, it was a good first step?
I think it just depends on how bad we finish. If we finish with 74 wins, we're all going to be screaming. If we go out and finish just right around 500 and at least compete again, the big question mark is, will we ever make a move at the All-Star break when we're that close? That's the one question I've had since 1976.
Well, JP, give us some information on how people can find your sports stream again.
Yeah, it's JPEG 24/7. Basically, we just tell people to go to jpegsports.com, and you can find out all the information about our website, our streams, our podcast, all that. But just a one-stop shop to how to link to both of our streams. And, again, we appreciate all the people that have been listening to us for the past years we've gone live, and appreciate your show coming on at noon.
You bet. I appreciate it as well. We want to thank you so much. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching or listening to Good Sports, KC Sports and Fitness Magazine show. We're coming to you from the Kansas City Ice Center, located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. I'm Steve Fish. We will be right back.
Go online and watch Good Sports, the KC Sports Magazine television show. It's available on the Good Sports KC YouTube channel and features local interviews with local athletes and experts covering sports, health, and exercise topics of importance to KC fans. And be sure to pick up your copy of the new KC Sports and Fitness Magazine, featuring the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report, the Cargo Largo Health and Fitness Report, the U.S. Army High School Top Performers Report, and the KC Ice Center Hockey Report. KC Sports Magazine is always free, so pick one up today. These days, we're all so busy, and many of us ignore our health and let stress turn into chronic pain. Dr. Lynn McIntosh from Kansas City Chiropractic can provide you with the proper care to relieve pain and stress, improve your health, and get more out of life. And right now, get a free 30-minute massage with your initial visit. Just mention KC Sports when you make your appointment. For more information on Dr. McIntosh and Kansas City Chiropractic, call 816-753-4600 or visit kansascitychiropractic.com.
With the current trend to live a greener lifestyle, many people and businesses now recycle their electronics. At the Surplus Exchange, your e-waste will never go to a landfill or incinerator, nor will we allow e-waste to be shipped overseas. Some companies employ this tactic and end up polluting other countries with our waste. All materials are safely tracked, destroyed, or reclaimed right here in the U.S. The Surplus Exchange is Kansas City's link between industry, charity, and the environment. To find out more, visit surplusexchange.org.
The outdoor ice pavilion at the Kansas City Ice Center is now open. Come out to a public skating session on the outdoor ice pavilion or on their indoor rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KC Ice Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times or to register for a camp or class, visit kcicecenter.com or call 913-441-3033. That's 913-441-3033. The Army Reserve has more than 120 unique career opportunities, so you can add to your current strengths or build brand new ones. Join the Army Reserve and you'll make a difference in your life and the lives of others. Learn more at goarmy.com/reserve. For more information, contact the Greater Kansas City Company at 3720 Arrowhead Drive, Suite B. Telephone number 816-531-3818. There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong, paid for by the U.S. Army. Experience a touch of the Ozarks when you tee off at Winterstone Golf Course in Independence. Visit winterstonegolf.com for daily specials and call 816-257-5755 for lessons or information on tournament hosting. Win an Android tablet and other terrific prizes from the Good Sports TV show and KC Sports Magazine. Stop by any KC Metro Great Clips to register to win. It's that easy. Plus, each month, be sure to pick up your free copy of KC Sports Magazine. You'll find it at 700 locations across KC. And tune into Good Sports every day at 9 a.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. on Shore West Channel 7. KC Sports, Good Sports, a free tablet, and you. A winning combination for any sports fan. So enter today. Sign up now for the 15th annual Run the Good Race to benefit the Sanctuary of Hope on Saturday, June 14th. Visit sanctuaryofhope.org for more details. Run the Good Race is presented by the Barber Financial Group.
Welcome back to Good Sports, Kansas City Sports and Fitness Show, the show that complements Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. I am Steve Fish. Today we're here at the Kansas City Ice Center located on Johnson Drive, 2 miles west of 435, where you can skate on their outdoor ice pavilion or their indoor rink. You can call 913-441-3033 or visit their website, kcicecenter.com, for more details on public skate sessions, their leagues, and Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey programs. And come on out to KCIC for Hockey Weekend Across America, February 28th through March 2nd, and call them for more information about the Try Hockey for Free program on March 1st. Now, in our current issue of Kansas City Sports and Fitness, check out our U.S. Army high school top performers. They include Grandview boys basketball player Freedom Akinmoladen and girls basketball coach Shannon Moore. We also honor future soldier Kyle Allison from Leavenworth High, who is in their junior ROTC program. You can pick up your copy of KC Sports and Fitness at over 700 locations, including Eagles Landing Golf Course, Gambino's Pizza in Lenexa, both Minsky's on Berry Road, and right here at the Kansas City Ice Center. And in March, when I get a second, we're going to talk to the gentleman who is to my left about when we will be back here at the Kansas City Ice Center, and we'll post that up on the screen. The KC Ice Center, of course, is located 2 miles west of 435 off of Johnson Drive. So come on out and join us, and you might see yourself on TV. And now you can view Good Sports on YouTube. All you have to do is search for the Good Sports KC channel. And I also want to take a second to mention that we're giving away an Android tablet plus other prizes from KC Chiropractic, Old Shawnee Pizza, the Surplus Exchange, and Great Clips. And to register to win, stop by any participating metro area Great Clips and fill out an entry blank. You can visit greatclips.com for a location near you. Good Sports, KC Sports and Fitness, a new tablet and you. It's a winning combination for any sports fan in KC, so register today. Now joining us, as I mentioned, is Dean Nelson. He is the general manager here at the Kansas City Ice Center, and it is hopping here, Dean.
Yeah. Hey, Steve, thanks for having me.
You bet. So you've got Winter Classic that's going on right now. You got figure skating or learn to skate and learn to play hockey that you did earlier in the morning. Learn to skate is going on right now. The Olympics are going on right now.
Yeah.
There's some exciting things that are happening here at the Kansas City Ice Center. The thing that people may not know, they may come, their kids may get excited about this, is you've got hockey and skating and all that going on year-round.
Yeah, we really do. I mean, we were just kind of talking before we went on the air. We have a spring program for hockey. They have spring Learn to Skate is just starting the sign-up. I believe the new program starts in the middle of March. Our Learn to Play hockey program starts the 8th of March. So our programs run year-round. They rotate every 8 weeks or every 6 weeks, as well as the hockey leagues run pretty much year-round. Men's league runs year-round. So really it's an all-year deal. Even when the heat comes in the summer, it's kind of nice to get into the cool ice rink. Now, I can't guarantee you that this outdoor ice rink is going to be up all summer because we'll probably have to shut that down around mid-March or late March like we did last year.
Sure.
Becomes roller hockey and roller skating then, which is great for the family. But we always have the indoor rink going all year round.
Yeah, and in the springtime, you've got a special program that you're starting to work on at this time that you'll have more information on at kcicenter.com.
Yeah,
but what's it about?
It's pretty cool, actually. I'm a big fan of 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 hockey because I think it develops the kids that play hockey, gives them a break from the normal 5-on-5. It gives the coaches a break. They just get done coaching a full season, so they're exhausted. And we're going to go away from the traditional 5-on-5 spring league, and we're going to go to a 4-on-4 spring league for all kids, house kids, travel kids, not only Stars kids that play out of this rink, but anyone can join it.
Right.
So it can be kids that maybe live in the area or kids who are, with another organization. They can come over and play 4-on-4 hockey. It's less whistles. It's no checking. It's wide open. And it's 4-on-4 hockey, which is just awesome. The kids will love it. And I think the parents will love their kid developing more of his hockey skills in this type of game.
I always like that, being somebody that started recreationally really skating at 43 years old. Is like, give me 4-on-4. It gives me a little more ice time, gives me a little more time and space to do what I want to do, to work on things.
For sure.
Even at my age, I was working on things. So I think that's great. I think that's going to be a lot of fun for those kids at all ages.
Yeah, it really is awesome. I mean, they're going to play full ice 4-on-4, and the only ones I think are the little kids like U8 will still play half ice 4-on-4. But I tell you what, a lot of the organizations around the country go to this for a spring program, and I'm so happy that the KCIC and the Kansas City Stars are going to jump on board.
I think it's great. It should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
When will their sign-ups be approximately for that?
The sign-ups will be starting, I think, right around March 1st or maybe the last week in February. So we're about, February 15th now?
Wow. Yeah,
we're almost done with this hockey season.
Get to work.
And then the 4-on-4 league will actually start around March 25th that week. They'll have one game during the week and one game on the weekends.
Nice.
And it will be about 2/3 of the cost of the normal spring league because it's all games. There's no practices.
Right.
You're not, working out, like listening to a coach, try to X and O it all day. All it is, it's all 4-on-4 wide open hockey. So it should be great for the kids. We're really excited. And then I think it goes till about May 20th, right until about school breaks. And then, I start up with, we were talking a little bit about that with my summer camps. Will start soon after that. I'm doing a power skating at the beginning of June. and then we'll be shut down for a couple weeks do some maintenance around here. I come back with another power skating shooting U8 camp this year, which is new. It's going to be a U8 camp. And then, of course, at the end of July or beginning of August, our battle camp that we do every year.
Very good. That is always a blast, and of course we've been out here for that, and the kids really love it. And you had your buddy Sean Podine that was out here in the past. One of the things that I want to mention is if parents are watching hockey on TV right now in the Olympics, you see a lot of checking, things like that. We've only got a few seconds here, but what age do they start checking? And of course, in the summertime, or springtime, you're not going to be doing that. But just so the parents know that when an 8-year-old gets out there, they're not going to be hitting each other.
Yeah, it's about 13 or 14 now that the USA Hockey has moved it to the Bantam age level. So we have talked many times about that. We think it's great for the development of kids, skill-wise, and just with all the concussions and all the injuries that can happen in a little kid, they move the checking from peewees now up to Bantams. So the first year they check is Bantams, 13, 14. Not to say there isn't a little bit of contact.
Right,
but,
there always is. Yeah,
there's always a little bit of contact out there, just like there is in other sports like soccer or basketball. They're not full contact, but there is contact. So it's Bantams as they start checking now.
And that's great. I just want to mention you can get more information from Dean and his staff here at the Kansas City Ice Center by calling 913-441-3033. Check out their website, kcicecenter.com. It's full of information, all the information that you'll need. Dean, thanks for joining us. That'll do it for my show today. My thanks to our host for the show, the Kansas City Ice Center, and thanks to our guests James Peuster and Dean Nelson for joining us today. Be sure to join me, Steve Fish, again next week at the same time for Good Sports, KC Sports and Fitness Show, and check out some of our other shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel. So until next week, be sure to read all about sports, health, and exercise in Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. You'll find it all over Kansas City, and it's free, so pick it up today.
Bring basketball fever to your own backyard or driveway with your very own game court from Sport Court of Kansas City. Let Sport Court come and install a basketball game court at your home. Game courts can also be installed for volleyball, racket sports, soccer, tennis, or roller hockey. So sink that basket at the buzzer and have your own Final Four at home in your backyard or driveway Sport Court. For more details, call Sport Court at 913-963-7529 or visit sportcourtkc.com. Stop by the Gambino's Pizza in Lenexa and get a large pizza for the price of a medium, or get 15% off your entire order with your coupon from Kansas City Sports and Fitness Magazine. Carry out, delivery, dine-in, and catering, Gambino's Pizza offers more toppings, more taste, and more value. Visit the Lenexa Gambino's at 8725 Brigade, a half-mile east of 435 off 87th Street, and call in your order at the Lenexa Gambino's at 913-888-1011. Gambino's Pizza, you're gonna love it. Discover, shop, and win at Cargo Largo. Stop by at 35th and Nolan Road in Independence and go online at cargolargo.com. Cargo Largo, a retail store, and so much more. Sign up now for fun at Volleyball Beach. It's the perfect way to stay in shape and enjoy the outdoors. For over 25 years, Volleyball Beach has been KC's #1 sand volleyball spot. With 13 courts, Volleyball Beach has leagues every Sunday through Friday evening. And sign up now for spring leagues beginning March 30th. For more information, visit Volleyball Beach at Holmes and Blue Ridge Boulevard. Call 816-942-2820 or visit volleyballbeach.com. That's volleyballbeach.com. Win an Android tablet and other terrific prizes from the Good Sports TV show and KC Sports Magazine. Stop by any KC Metro Great Clips to register to win. It's that easy. Plus, each month, be sure to pick up your free copy of KC Sports Magazine. You'll find it at 700 locations across KC. And tune into Good Sports every day at 9 a.m., 5 p.m., and 9 p.m. on SureWest Channel 7. KC Sports, Good Sports, a free tablet, and you. A winning combination for any sports fan. So enter today. Kansas City Sports and Fitness is the magazine for sports fans in KC. Inside, we cover local sports and local teams, from pro to peewee and everything in between. And this month's free copy of Kansas City Sports and Fitness includes the Surplus Exchange College Sports Report. You'll find Kansas City Sports and Fitness all over KC at places like the Kansas City Ice Center. And it's free, so pick one up today. The Outdoor Ice Pavilion at the Kansas City Ice Center is now open. Come out to a public skating session on the Outdoor Ice Pavilion or on their indoor rink. And sign up now for Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes at the Kansas City Ice Center. The KCI Center is located 2 miles west of 435 on Johnson Drive. For more information on public skating times or to register for a camp or class, visit kcicenter.com or call 913-441-3033. That's 913-441-3033.
Hi, it's the ball game co-host Greg Pryor. One of my favorite products in Life Priority is called Lift. Lift is a powdered drink mix that you mix and drink when you have mental fatigue and you want to feel bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Lift also comes in capsules called Lift Caps. See Lift and Lift Caps and all the great Life Priority products at my website, lifepriority.com.
The season starts in March for the Heart of America Havoc professional women's volleyball team. To learn more about the team, visit havoc.hoavb.org. Now you can view our shows and past shows on YouTube. Search for the Good Sports KC channel.